Hi, everybody, and welcome to Counting to 100 and 100 Languages. Today we're doing Russian, and I am so excited. I know I say I love every languages, but I really like the way this language sounds, and I also I like Russian accents when they speak English. I think it sounds pretty cool. So the interesting thing about that I found with Russian is that even though it's a Slavic language and I speak Romanian, um, there is some similarities in like the way they say things, and just their accents sounds kind of familiar to me. So it was interesting to learn, and I really enjoyed it. And I got my flowers here accompanying me, and I know I don't have the best background, but I'm working on it. um, Anyways, so in order to count to 100, I actually had to learn the alphabet because the words are written in the Slavic alphabet, and I felt like I was saying a word that I couldn't read, and it was just felt really weird. So I felt like I had to learn the Russian alphabet, which I really enjoyed doing as well. It's very interesting, and it actually has a lot of words. A lot of the letters are spelled uh, like they have a lot of letters in their alphabet that look like Latin letters, but they're actually it's like they're kind of disguised as Latin letters because their sounds are completely different. So like a P looking letter will have an R sounding sound to it. So that's a little confusing. So just giving you guys that tiny bit of information, I guess. Anyway, so like I said, I always do. I read a brief history and some background about the language before I start counting, because I always feel like we should know a little bit about the language we're trying to learn. Um, I think that's important, and knowledge is power. And yeah, so I'm gonna start reading a little bit about the Russian language. Um, so Russian is an East Slavic language. It's the official language of the Russian Federation, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. It is also widely used in the Baltic states, such as Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, the Caucasus, which is Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Russia. Yeah, that's the Caucasus. Is the I'm sorry, it's the Caucasus. Is the Caucasus, Caucasus, and that is made up of Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Russia. It's also widely used in Central Asia. Those countries that make up Central Asia are considered Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. In Belarus, Russia is the co-official language. It is also very widely spoken in other Slavic countries that don't have it as an official language. Um, Russia is widely spoken in China as well as Mongolia, Israel, um, as well as the sizable Russian communities, also Russian speaking communities in North America as well, Canada, United States. You know. Russian belongs to the family of Indo-European languages, and it is the one of the four living members of the East Slavic languages. Um, Russia is the largest native language of Europe, uh, probably because it's has such a big population. I'm assuming, but yeah, it is the largest native language in Europe. Um, so just going a little into a little bit about how the Russian language is constructed. Um, so there's in linguists there's a term called phonemes, and they're sound unit that distinguishes one word from another. And in Russian, they're differentiated by secondary palatable articulation of the use of a hard or soft sound. Uh, and that soft or hard sound is actually a letter in and of itself in the alphabet. It's either called uh, uh, Dvirdishnak or Myakdisnak. Dvirdishnak is the hard sound, and Myakdisnak is the soft sound. So basically, after a sound unit, you'll have either a letter saying that it needs to be a soft or a hard pronunciation of it, and that can differentiate one word from another. So I hope that makes sense. I think if you want to learn more about it, you gotta study the Russian language. I think you'll understand more. Uh, all right. Going to accents. Accents are sometimes used to make distinctions if the word is spelled with the same letters, but this is optional. Um, and there is a prominence of unstressed vowels in the language, I could see why that would make the language a little bit more difficult to read and pronounce what you're reading. Um, so, yeah. I don't know exactly which category this language falls into, of like whether words are pronounced exactly as they're spelled or not. It seems like it does fall into that category. By when I was reading the numbers, it seems like the words are mainly pronounced as they're spelled. I know in the English language, a lot of things are not pronounced as they're spelled. In Romanian and Spanish, things are pronounced as they're spelled, and I believe, yeah. Anyways, I'm not a linguist, so I don't want to go too much on this. But these are just personal things that I noticed, and I found pretty interesting. So I'm not sure whether the prominence of unstressed vowels make it a language that is actually doesn't sound as it's being spelled. Anyways, so Russian is a descendant of the Kievan Rus, from tribes from yeah. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Russian is a descendant of Kievan Rus, from tribes from the 9th to the mid 13th century. Its closest relatives are Ukrainian, Belarusian, and Rusin. The Rusin is spoken by Rusins. Some scholars consider the Rusin language actually a dialect of Ukrainian. So it's really debate whether it's the same language as Ukrainian or actually a different dialect. But anyways, those are its closest relatives. So conflicts in Eastern Europe prevented the development of common language, but the formation of the Russian state between the 15th and the 16th century created the need for a common language. And approximately 260 million Russian speakers in the world. Also, Russian is a homogeneous language, meaning the dialects don't differ much due to political centralizations, rural to urban migration. So a lot of people centralizing in the urban areas, and not many people being in the outskirts, making there not be too many dialects, and also compulsory education. So I'm assuming that one of the reasons it is a homogeneous language is due to the Soviet Union, the political centralization there, and like I said, also the rural to urban migration, and of course compulsory education always makes the language more homogeneous. All right, so I'm gonna get counting. I'm gonna do the best I can. Again, I don't speak any Slavic language, and this is the first time I'm attempting to, so please forgive me if I mispronounce anything. I have no problem with you guys correcting me on anything. Forgive me, any Russian-speaking people, if I butchered your language. I'm trying my best. All right, let's get started. Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь, девять, десять. Okay, that was 10. So now we're gonna go to 11 to 19, and that's pretty easy. 11 to 19, all you have to do is you put the single digit first, and then you say on, like the word for on in Russian, which is na, and then you would say the old word for 10 in Russia, which is tsat. Obviously, when you heard me counting, desage is 10 in Russian now, but in Old Russian it used to be tsat. So let's try 11. Adim tsat. 12 is dvenatset. So instead of dva, you said dvenatset. So that's 12. Now, четыре, no, I'm sorry, a 13 is 13. 14 follows the same rule, but you're not saying 14, you're saying 14. 14. 15 is 15. 15. 16 is 16. 16. You're not saying the T in the shist. You're saying shist. No T. You're not pronouncing it, although it is spelled in the word, I believe. Let me just reposition myself. All right. Forgive me, guys. Oh, just trying to get comfortable. My body's hurting. All right. Now we're going to go to 17. 17. 17. 18 is 18. 18. 19 is David Natson. David Natson. Now 20 is very easy to say. But what you're basically going to take is you're going to take the single digit of what your tens are made out of. So 20 is obviously 2. And then you're going to say 2, and then you're going to say the old number for 10. At least when you're going from 20 to, at least when you're saying 20 and 30. That's the rule you're going to use. So 20 is 20. 21 would be, you don't even have to say 20 and 1, you just say 21, just like you would in English. So 20 adim, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, where am I at? I'm at 28. 28, David, and 30 is going to be 30. So the same rule. You're saying 3, and then the old number for the old number for 10 in Old Russian. So we have 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 40 is completely different. It's sorg. And I don't know why. I guess they just got bored of using rules and they were like, I'm going to call 40 something completely different. So sorg adim, sorg 2, sorg 3, sorg 4, sorg 5, sorg 6, sorg 7, sorg 8, sorg 9. Okay, so this is where the rule changes. At 50, you're not using the old number for 10, the old Russian word for 10. You're actually using 10, which is the, what, like when we counted from 1 to 100, you heard me say 10. We're going to use that. So what we're going to do is use the same rule. You don't have to say, you just say the word 5 and then you say the word 10, but not the old word for 10. It's the current Russian word for 10. So 50. And the way I heard this explained is you don't want to say when you're saying the first half of the word, you just say piet, and then the sat, you want to say the T and the D kind of together. So piet the sat. I hope I'm trying my best, but I don't think it's perfect pronunciation. Anyways, piet the sat. Adim, piet the sat. 2, piet the sat. 3, piet the sat. 4, piet the sat. 5, piet the sat. 6, piet the sat. 7, piet the sat. 8, piet the sat. David, and now we're gonna go to 60. Shes desat. So again, the same thing, that T and D kind of go together on the second part of the word. Shes desat. Adim, shes desat. 2, shes desat. 3, shes desat. 4, shes desat. 5, shes desat. 6, 60 sim 60 8 60 9. And now we're gonna go to 70. 70. All right, 71. Let's do 71 to 73 so I don't have to count things all the way up to 79. So 70 adim, 72, 73. All right, all the way up to 79, which is 79, and 80 is 80. Let's go 81 to 83. 80 adim, 82, 83, all the way up to 89, 89. And 90 is completely different. It uses a completely different system of construction. And basically what it is, it's 9 but 100. So it's kind of saying like it's the 9 times 10 before the 10 times 10. I don't know, something like that. But how you can remember it is it's literally being spelled 9 but 100 in Russian. So, the word for but is no in Russian. So 90, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, all the way up to 99, 90, David, and then 100 is 100. 100. Alright guys, so I hope I did okay with the pronunciation here. I tried my best. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really had fun learning this language, and just keep learning guys. Knowledge is power. Keep joining me on these videos, and give me any suggestions for any other languages that you guys may want me to do. God bless and take care.